Clyde Simmons there, the defensive line coach of the Cleveland Browns, as we see these one-on-ones.
Just a run drill down there, Mike.
Yeah, it's a run drill. What we're really hoping to focus on is the quarterbacks and wide receivers in this drill. We'll get back to the O-line, D-line on the pass game stuff.
Dalvin Tomlinson, 54, the Alabama defensive tackle. Ethan Posick, the LSU center, there as well.
And that's Danny Isidora, the guard. Here we are back on the one-on-one drills.
Josh Reynolds, the Texas A&M wide receiver, had a couple of drops earlier, you said, Danny?
I just dropped a couple balls during the individual period.
And then 82, that's Taywan Taylor from Western Kentucky, the wide receiver.
Okay, Davis Webb will be up next.
Tell me why you think that.
Dobbs
Excuse
steps
me,
in
Josh
there under
Dobbs.
center.
Yep.
That's one thing Switzer does well, Mike. Just come back downhill, get back to the quarterback, and give him a nice target. For not a big guy, he does a nice job of giving the quarterback a place to throw the football.
Well, he knows how to use separation, and he uses quickness, he uses his speed, and he uses his route running ability. They're working off coverage there. Cornelder.
That was Travin Doral with let that one get into his body.
There's a burst on it. Watch the burst right there. Who was that D-back?
That D-back is your guy out of San Diego State, DeMonte Casey.
His foot speed and change of direction jumps off the tape, and you could see it right there.
It's Webb throwing the out.
Remember, this is a wide receiver defensive back drill. It's not necessarily a quarterback drill. So what we want to see are these wide receivers and DBs competing against each other as closely as we can.
The other thing, Mike, is these DBs are playing with a pedal. A lot of these colleges now, when you watch the college tape, it's all quarter turn and side shuffle. So some of them don't look quite as comfortable in their back pedal.
Chad Williams from Grambling there, 84. This is Fred Ross from Mississippi State.
Working against Marquez White from Florida State, who's played some college basketball. Very good feet. Okay, here we go.
It's Western Kentucky's Taywan Taylor again.
Taywan Taylor's a good football player, and he's working on Tre'Davious White, who was way off in off coverage. And like DJ said, it's a new technique for a lot of these guys. And it's important to measure what you see day one and see where they are by day 3. Come back to the route. Excuse me,
Reynolds
come back to
again.
the football by Josh Reynolds. Good length. Here's Casey, excuse me, from San Diego State.
Against
That's what he
Switzer.
does. That's what he does. He'll read a route, squat on it, and go.
He trusts his eyes. He trusts his eyes and his feet. He had 17 interceptions.
That's ridiculous. 2 pick sixes as well. And the LSU wide receiver again, Travin Doral,
This is a good matchup here, Mike.
Cam Sutton,
against Artavis Scott.
quick on quick. It's a quick slant.
So wide receivers and DBs here. This is the South. They want to practice in Mobile, Alabama. The South coached by the Cleveland Browns. Fred Ross back wide again against the Florida State DB, Marquez White.
Double move, and Marquez White just sniffed it out. Now, the technique wasn't beautiful, but Marquez White saw the double move in his pedal and trusted his
Second
eyes.
time they tried to get him. The first time he got a little more success than the second time.
Chad Williams, Grambling, 2-time first team all SWAC, 30 career receiving touchdowns.
Oh, that's nice by Tre'Davious White. DJ, did you see the change of direction?
He's all
in the
over that.
footwork?
Tre'Davious White, first team all SEC.
5'11", 191, long arms.
He's somebody from last year to this year. I thought he made tremendous strides.
Back with Josh Reynolds from A&M. 30 touchdowns, second in school history receiving.
Corneller getting out of his pedal, turning sideways, making it easy for the wide receiver to make a break back to the quarterback. You got to trust your pedal, man.
Taylor again, Western Kentucky against Casey out of San Diego State.
Find the ball. I don't know if he got his head around, but he timed the swipe with his arm beautifully. And that's one of my pet peeves with college defensive backs. And it translates into the NFL as guys can't find the football with their back turned to the quarterback.
They panic.
Yep.
Doral again from LSU, your wide receiver, 83. Check that. Here we have other side of your screen, Switzer from Carolina.
He's precise routes, man.
As
Really.
a route runner, he reminds me of Jamison Crowder when he was out here.
Yeah, from Duke.
Who made
That's
some
a good
money
call.
2 years ago, got drafted by the Redskins, and there's Doral.
Against Ezra Robinson from Tennessee State, was a Michigan State transfer, long corner with some skills, but he only played off in college. I've never with his length, I didn't understand why he didn't press in college.
Scott against White here, ACC on SEC.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And now we have Ross against Florida State. Ross against White.
Read that one.
Yep. He's cloing the quarterback, I think. Typically in man coverage, you're supposed to stay on the wide out, but he's starting about 9 yards deep and cloing the quarterback, meaning vision, eyes on quarterback, so he can jump short routes.
Chad Williams out of Grambling.
He was a late ad, and I watched some of his tape against Arizona. He had a huge game against Arizona, and the kid can run.
And gets behind Casey there.
And you'll see some of that with Casey. That's a little bit of the downside. He gets a little bit nosy, and he's got run by a few times when you study him on tape.
I don't know what's wrong with the Grambling kid. I liked his tape. I know he had some off-the-field stuff, but he's a good-looking athlete. Doral gets, you see, he's getting Corn Elder turned. Elder, to me, I think, is a guy that likes to get uptight and press. He might be a nickel, given his toughness and his quickness.
He's a good run defender, too, from that spot. I think that's his future.
Elder also good return ability as well. As you see, Taywon Taylor out of Western Kentucky.
He's got good tape. This Taywon Taylor, 2 consecutive years at 1,000+. That's a takeoff route.
Against Cam Sutton from Tennessee. Josh Reynolds now right of your screen from A&M.
You can tell that's a long-legged corner struggling in the back pedal. He needs to do some press. Was that Tennessee State? I'm trying to see the helmet. We're having some trouble with the sun here, people.
We got Switzer and Tre'Davious White here.
There you go.
So quick.
5'8", 179 is what Switzer checked in at this morning at the weigh-in. And you hear the horn here, wide receivers and DBs going one-on-one as you watch day one of practice of the Reese Senior Bowl, Mobile, Alabama here, Ladd People Stadium. This is the